Good day, dear students. Welcome to our entrepreneurship class. This is your teacher, Miss Shirley Bahia. Our lesson objectives for today. At the end of the lesson, students are expected to explain entrepreneurship and employment, differentiate entrepreneur from employee, and appreciate the opportunities for entrepreneurship as a career. Can you guess? From the words inside the box, choose the appropriate track for each description below. These are academic track, arts and design track, technical vocational track, and sports track. Ready? The students in this track can have options using their entrepreneurial competencies as health club manager and sports facility manager. Answer: sports track. The students in this track can opt to be cook, chef, or automotive mechanic. Answer: technical vocational track. Entrepreneurship career opportunities for this track can be a business consultant or in a field of sales. Answer: academic track under EBM strand. Entrepreneurship and innovation are increasingly becoming an important part of the world of work and should be considered as a career options for those in the arts and tracks, either in new venture creation or careers in existing entrepreneurial ventures. The world of entrepreneurship these days has already evolved, and the new terms are coined to suit an entrepreneur's field of expertise. Here are some. Technopreneur, an entrepreneur who puts technology at the core of his or her business model. Social entrepreneur, one who takes advantage of the country's social problems and turn them into a profitable institutions with the intention of helping the disadvantaged community rather than making a profit. Intrapreneur, an entrepreneur in a large company or corporation who is tasked to think, establish, and run a new big idea or project. Intrapreneurs are usually the product managers or the business development managers of a company. Extrapreneur, an entrepreneur who hops from one company to another to act as the innovation champion, providing creative and efficient solutions. Career options for K-12 graduates in their path to entrepreneurship. The students in the arts and design track can opt to be in any of the following: craft and fine art artist, fashion designer, graphic designer, jeweler and precious stone and metal workers, industrial designer. Students in the sports track can have the following job options using their entrepreneurial competencies: athletic trainer, coach in many different sports, marketing and promotions coordinator, physical therapist, sports massage therapist. Choose among the strand and acquire job-ready skills under the TVL track, Technical Vocational Livelihood track. ICT strand, animation, computer system servicing, technical drafting. Home economics strand, attractions and theme parks operations with ecotourism, barbering, bartending, local guiding services, travel services. Agri-fisheries arts strand, agricultural crops, production, horticulture, rice machinery operations, rubber processing and production. Industrial arts strand, automotive servicing, carpentry, electric power distribution line construction. Entrepreneurship career opportunities for the academic track: wholesale and retail trade, real estate, banking and finance, agribusinesses, manufacturing, marketing, or sales. Other graduates go on to work in areas including talent recruiter, vlogger, business reporter, innovations director or manager, business development manager, innovation and management consultant, pre-need and insurance services assistant, and many others. Entrepreneurship and employment. Entrepreneurship and employment are two different career paths that a person can choose depending on his or her personal aspirations and work characteristics. It is really up to the person on what career he or she will follow. Employment is a paid work agreement between an employer and employee. The term applies to a person who is hired for a salary or fee to perform work for an employer. So although employees can negotiate certain items in an employment agreement, the terms and conditions are largely determined by the employer. So these are the pros and cons of entrepreneurship versus employment. So one important factors, income. For entrepreneur, basically income generated is passive even when the entrepreneur is resting. Opportunity income is unlimited depending on the success of the business. Whereas for employee, income generated is active. So it is based on the number of working hours, so meaning no work, no pay. And then income usually is fixed per month and increases every year depending on the employee performance. And of course, to be decided by the employer. Income earned whether the business is successful or unsuccessful. So meron siyang fixed income. For hiring, firings, organizational setup, and major key result areas, entrepreneur provides job. He is the owner of the business and conducts the talent or recruitment and selection of staff. He is also fully responsible for serving customers, making the business profitable, sustainable, and providing employee satisfaction. He also has the power to disengage or terminate non-performing employees, no? Of course, by applying the due process policy of the labor law. He can also venture into expansion of business such as franchising and other similar businesses. So for employee, the employee seeks for a job, is the one applying, and he undergoes the recruitment selection process of the company. He has the goal of satisfying only the employer or the direct supervisor. And then he is also fully dependent on the employer's performance. So he is at risk of losing his or her job if the company does not perform well. So he may find it difficult to just leave their company if this is his only source of income. So daily tasks. Perform all necessary variable tasks to establish and manage a startup business, which usually takes most of the entrepreneur's time. So he spends more hours on work rather than a regular employee. A regular employee has routine tasks and works on regular or normal hours. He follows policies and procedures and memorandum from his employer. Leisure time and vacation. Entrepreneur has flexible schedule and can take unlimited number of vacation days. Whereas for employee has limited number of vacation days, which is imposed by the employer. Taxation. Tax on the net income of the business. Can claim taxable income deductions for allowable expenses incurred by the business. No. For employee, he is taxed on the gross income. He cannot use expenses incurred related to the job such as food and transportation expenses to claim for deduction from taxable income. So only employer has that privilege to apply for taxable income deduction. Comfort level at work. Entrepreneur is comfortable in doing multiple and challenging tasks and takes accountability with the risk and profits of the business. He thinks outside the box. Whereas employees may be comfortable with routines and minimal risk. Entrepreneurship or employment. Which path is better? There is no better path. There is only the path which is best suited for you. It is you who know which path is best depending on whether you are a risk taker, competitive, and has a passion in business. So I hope you learned something from our topic for today. Goodbye, class. See you on our next session.